process 3 is to inventory the occurrence of the elements. And it means it only concentrates on counting and recording elements rather than interpreting meaning. And process 4, to examine the relationships among the elements through an analysis of syntagmatic and paradigmatic structures. Compare these cross cases. So, syntagmatic structure is concerned with the creation of meaning through combination, while paradigmatic structure refers to the choices between units that may occupy the same position. Here comes the point, within the same context. So, basically, a semiotic analysis proceeds along both axes, the syntagmatic and the paradigmatic. And process 5 is to create a comprehensive taxonomy of possible elements and understand the systems of rules by which they are combined. So it means that the objective of this process is to expose the underlying structure and to understand the system of rules which govern the system. And finally, the last process is to penetrate surface meaning and extract underlying meanings. So, the semiotics analysis focuses more specifically on the layers of signification as previously introduced, while the extraction of signifying things and connotative meanings is interpretative. So here comes an example. Behind the commercial competition, which presented in tourist brochures, lies a competition of social classes. For example, if today I'm telling you that I'm going to England, I'm going to France, then it means I have a certain social status, that I can afford it, that I am able to go to such a high-class country, well, ideologically speaking. And it means that not only the superficial meaning that it is just a commercial competition, but behind the commercial competition, there lies a competition of social classes. So it's quite simple. So the previous part is talking about the theoretical background, and let's talk about how semiotics and tourism marketing being interact. So certain types and patterns of objects, poses, and photographic effects are used to structure the tourism experience. And going beyond the obvious contents of the photos and to explore the fantasy and myth structured at a more symbolic level. For example, if we are very frustrated and we want to get something to release our bad mood, so if I get a bottle of beer, then the beer means it is a beer, right? But superficially. But it also means that a beer can help you to release your mood. Well, it is personally speaking. But if something that can represent something else, like I just said, a beer can release your mood, then it is the second, a more deeply and profound meaning behind the beer. So, in conclusion, brochure, because the study focuses on the brochure, brochure. Yeah, that, for example, you are going to a very shiny, sandy, and luxurious beach that you can enjoy a lot, you can forget anything about it, and you can just relaxed there. So the brochure manipulates its customers by using the exertion of words. So, in conclusion, brochure photographs provide a range of tools with which fantasy, meaning, and identity can be created and constructed. And tourism is presented as a form of symbolic consumption, whereby tourists display their identity and social roles through the destinations. As I just said, that if you are going to countries like England or France or Italy, then it is not everything that everyone thinks about. That you are going to France, then it means you are high class. But it does have a certain meaning. That if you are going to such countries like that, it represents you are in a different level in some respect. So, but there is a limitation that the semiotic approach allows considerable analytic freedom and creativity in terms of methods and procedures. Frankly, semiotics is it's good that you can use it to define anything, but at the same time, because it is too flexible, because you can use it as anything else, that there's no limitation, there's no rules or disciplines. So the meaning that is being justified may not be objective, rather it is subjective. So it's advantage, but at the same time it's disadvantage as well. So thank you for your listening.